What are your thoughts this afternoon? I mean, there's a lot of optimism here, much of it cautious about the days and weeks ahead, but what are you thinking at the moment?
The same thing that the president's thoughts were. Everything that he spoke about was optimism for the future. He talked about burying old rivalries, burying old hatreds. He was very specific about what he was expecting out of different nations, whether they bring the resources to bear that they have financially, whether they're looking at overtaking some of the police force in Gaza to make sure that there's not Hamas individuals that are taking off their black hoods and their green bandanas and trying to blend in with the police force so that they can't have a part of the future government, whether it's people that have to go in there and demine, or whether it's Egypt that has to make sure there's no Muslim Brotherhood rockets coming through tunnels into Gaza. The president knows everything that, and his team, they know everything that need to take place in order to bring success to the future. And that's what his speech was all about. Everything that he's looking towards for the future, even bringing in the Abraham Accords and other things, and that there's an opening for Iran to turn the page. And instead of being a part of this outcast group of Iran, Russia, North Korea, Venezuela, China, to look and change and go the direction of what's now happening between Israel and Gaza, what's happening to the north there with Syria, and a change because Bashar al-Assad is out of power. There's a chance to change the Middle East, and he focused on that.
Congressman, welcome to you. Sandra here. So towards the end of the president's speech moments ago, he made these comments about World War III. Listen.
I've read it many times that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all, but it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III.
Your reaction to the president's confident message there?
I think the president can make sure of that because of three specific things. He's making sure that the United States of America is not spread thin by being unnecessarily the world police everywhere. He's making sure that the United States of America is never in any circumstance a punching bag for anybody. And because of those two things, he's allowing the United States of America to be the greatest peacemaker of anybody, because when President Trump says he's going to bring the full weight and force of the United States of America, that now inspires awe again. It now inspires respect again amongst all of these world leaders in a way that it was the opposite under Biden and Blinken.
Yeah, I mean, it really was interesting to watch all of those world leaders one by one greeting the president as they were lining up for that class photo, and particularly leaders from the Gulf states and emissaries from the Gulf states. Wholly different relationship than they had with the Biden administration. There comes, Congressman, and this one will be very close to your orbit, the involvement of U.S. military in making sure that this peace agreement goes on as planned. And what those forces will do. Egypt's foreign minister, Badr Abdulati, said that he believes that U.S. forces should be on the ground in Gaza. Listen to this.
We need American boots on the ground, the troops in order.
In Gaza?
Yeah, why not? I mean, and that's very important in order to...
Have you got a commitment from Donald Trump for American boots on the ground in Gaza?
We are in this process. We are talking. Any American engagement or involvement in this transitional force is important and welcomed, of course.
So as we watch the president getting on Air Force One after that successful trip heading back here to the United States, Abdul Adi, when asked U.S. forces on the ground in Gaza, he said, why not? Tell us, Congressman, why not?
Well, right now you have the president already committing that we're going to have about 200 U.S. service members on the ground in the area in some way, shape, or form. And I think that's representation of what I said already. This is the presence of the full weight and force of the United States of America, and it means something. We bring a lot to bear in terms of our capabilities, what we're assessing on the ground, the intelligence that we're bringing back and sending back to all of our commands back at the Pentagon and other places. There are eyes and ears of what's going on, but I do not expect that you're going to have a United States of America police force in Gaza in any way, shape, or form. Again, I think he looks towards Turkey, towards Qatar, towards UAE, towards all of those countries that were standing behind him to do their part. And he really spoke about that.
All right, Congressman, I appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.